It is no secret that the NBA is going to be expanding in the near future, and today we have imported not one, but two teams into the current day NBA. That is the Seattle SuperSonics, Seattle finally getting their team back, and it is also the Las Vegas Venom. We're going to be taking over the Seattle SuperSonic. Here are the settings. Salary cap set at 150. I know it's a little bit higher than the actual salary cap, but for the purposes of this, makes it a lot easier. 82 games if you do this set of games. Pacing's at 3. Lottery goes up to 16 because there's going to be more teams. So that is it. We're going to take over for Seattle. I moved a couple teams around as well. It was moving Seattle to the northwest, Vegas to the Pacific, the Thunder into the conglomeration of Texas, teams in the Southwest. The classic moving Memphis to the Central Division in the East. And let's see who this team's first player is gonna be. I have not done an expansion draft in a long time, if ever. And we have the first overall pick, and it's gonna be quite a few options. Clearly there's a little bit of tweaking that needs to be done, but there's some good players here. I mean, you can make an argument, maybe not Fred VanVleet because he just got signed, but he is a big contract, and we could honestly stand to have, as Houston has two of the best players being on this team, even though Steven Adams is injured for the entire season. Decent options overall. Again, you wouldn't see players like Tim Hardaway Jr. being on the market just because he's a vital piece of that team. Markelle Fultz is here, but he is under a 1-year contract. Fred VanVleet might be our best option. He's not an amazing piece to build around. Oh, we do have Alex Caruso as well. Oh, he's on a 2-year, $9 million deal. I think he's going to be the #1 overall pick from the Bulls off the ability to draft from that team, period. And I noticed sometimes the logos are a little bit glitched out, and we're actually going to be able to still get... Wait, can we get Fred VanVleet? Yeah, we can. Wait, where'd he go? Oh my God, they took Steven Adams, so I couldn't take him. God damn it. Tim Hardaway Jr. is probably the pick here. 17 mil for 2 years. Andrew Nembhard is here. He's got a 3-year deal. I think I'm going to take him because he's a very underrated player. His potential is only 3.5, to be fair. There's Spencer Dinwiddie, Dario Saric. There's a lot of Golden State Warriors. In fact, the top 4 out of the top 5 are all Warriors players. We got 2 wings and a guard. I think we could probably stand to take a center. I think we'll take Kelly Olynyk. He's on a 2... and actually, Kevon Looney. We'll take Kevon Looney. He's got a 2-year deal. And we could actually take them both. In fact, we will. We're going to take both of those bad boys. Probably going to start at the 4 and the 5. And right now, we kind of have our overall starting roster set. I'm thinking maybe we just take Dorian Finney-Smith, as they did take JRE. I was wondering who I was thinking about taking, and I couldn't remember who it was. And now I figured it out after he already got selected. There is Sam Morrell from the Cavs. He's played pretty well. He's he's not very young. He hasn't been in the league very long, but he's not young. He's 27 years old. We'll take Daniel Tice. He's on a $2 million deal. Let's go ahead and take David Roddy off the Suns. The draft is complete. Alex Caruso, Steven Adams, Markelle Fultz, Tim Hardaway Jr., Andrew Nembhard, Kenrich Williams, Marcus Smart are your notable prospects there. It might be a little bit bugged as far as the UI is concerned. It says we have the #1 offense and the 30th ranked defense. Oh, well, that's why it's got the minutes a little bit messed up. I feel like we didn't do too bad of a job. I really am actually curious how the Venom did, because they definitely went the veteran route. I wouldn't want it if I was them, but they're probably thinking the same thing about us. Although this is not how I'm going to have it. I'm not going to have Sam Morrell being our starting point guard. I mean, there's nothing we can really do. We're just going to probably be terrible. Maybe we can check and see if there's any more free agents that we could grab. I wonder what that's going to look like now after the expansion draft. There's a lot more players here. Usually, I only have it to where there's 4 full pages of free agents, but I guess everybody that got put up for the draft is now available, or it's cloned everybody. Oh no. So there's 2 of everybody. This is definitely something that I was not expecting to be the case. Quality games. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out. Hopefully that doesn't come back and become a relevant issue. We should be fine for the most part. So the minutes are set for year 1. We have Andrew Nembhard getting a decent amount of minutes at the 1, Alex Caruso, Tim Hardaway, Simone Fontecchio, and Kevon Looney, both getting 15 minutes a night. And then Kelly Olynyk basically being our 6th man, with Bogey, DFS, Trey Jones, and Sam Morrell. David Roddy and Daniel Tice will not be playing for us. Again, it says we have the #1 offense, the 32nd ranked defense. A couple UI bugs we got to get figured out as far as the expansion stuff's concerned. Right now, Quality Games is unleashing the biggest update probably since the game became not a beta anymore, because since it became an actual game. The 1.06 update is going to be massive. They're adding front office upgrades and hirings, team history, different tournaments, all-star games, a bunch of different stuff. I'll definitely be covering that video as I have before for other updates. But the regular season is over. We won 18 games, and Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. Norman Powell, 6th Man of the Year. Steven Adams wins Most Improved. Joel Embiid, DPOY, and Luka wins MVP. Where are we sitting at? We are sitting at the bottom. Now, obviously, it's not, too big of a surprise. We were a very bad team, 109 total offensive rating. But Vegas was going to get a higher seed than us because they drafted a ton of actual players that can play, and that's fine. We had a ton of injuries, it appears. Actually, probably not that many. I guess if you divide the 16 by 2, we had 8 injuries. On about 25 minutes a night, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Simone Fontecchio, 9, 3, and a third of an assist. Why is it not going in order? Alex Caruso, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Tim Hardaway Jr., 20 points. We had a 20-point per game score on this team. I guess somebody's got to put him up. 4.5 rebounds and 1 assist. Sam Morril, 9 points per game. We got Memphis getting the 1 seed in the East, and Sacramento getting the number 1 seed in the West. How the fuck did that happen? I have no idea. All right, let's go ahead and simulate through, and your champion is going to be the OKC Thunder. Rack them up in 7 games. That was probably a hell of a series to the Boston Celtics. So here's the overall outlook for the Las Vegas team. As it's a little bit easier to see when you look at it. We have Christian Wood starting at the 4. Yikes. And then here's our team. Even though it says Sam Morril's starting guard, he is not. The biggest part of this team so far has to be getting the number 1 overall pick. This draft is going to be pretty underwhelming from a lot of people say. I think it's going to be a good draft overall. I really like it. I like the amount of role players and mid-level players overall. As Las Vegas gets the 7th spot, Toronto still climbing. We fucking fall to 5. Is Toronto went from 14 to 4. Spurs jump up from 4 to 1. Spurs are going to take Alex Sarr, so they pair Alex Sarr up with Victor Wembanyama. Cody Williams goes to the Wizards. Stephon Castle to the Pistons, and we are sitting at 5. Don't mind who you see at the top there. That's coming to you guys later. Don't worry about that. We could take Montes Buzelis. Donovan Clingan could be a good big man for us. He averaged almost 15 and 12. Justin Edwards could be a really good scorer. What do we need on this team? We basically need everything. In fact, we probably should have gotten more picks overall. Great size overall. He averaged 6 rebounds, 2 assists, almost 19 points per game, a block and a half. Could also take Ron Holland out of the G League Ignite to, develop as a good size wing. We are going to take Justin Edwards out of Kentucky. That is going to be the pick for us. I mean, I keep looking him down. He's just going to be able to give us so much versatility at that spot. He's going to score a ton of points. We're going to simulate to our next overall pick, which will be the 33rd pick, top of the 2nd round. Who can we take here at the 33rd pick? There's Cam Spencer and Alex Caraban, which are both UConn standouts. There is Dylan Mitchell out of Texas. Zach Edey still here in the 2nd round. I have to still adjust some of this overall and how I want it to play out. I'm going to go ahead and take Alex Caraban here from the UConn Huskies. 12 points per game. He's got good size. He's gonna be a nice piece. First day of free agency, we're gonna need to spend a lot of money. We have 59 mil in cap room, and we're losing out on a few players. Simone Fontecchio, Kelly Olynyk, and Daniel Tice. Well, Daniel Tice didn't play at all, so we can get rid of him right away. Kelly Olynyk, on the other hand, he is projected to be our starting power forward, although Simone Fontecchio, we could bring back one of those players. We're going to let Kelly Olynyk walk, and we're going to bring back Simone Fontecchio because he could play the 3 or 4 for us, and he is definitely younger and probably cheaper. So we're going to go ahead and give him a 3-year with a team option, 13. We'll give him 13 mil. So hopefully he takes that. He should. Go ahead and see who is over here. We got Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, Nick Claxton getting a ton of offers. Russell Westbrook is the first player I'm noticing who does not have an offer, probably because they can't afford to bring him back. And we'd be bringing him back to the Seattle SuperSonics, which he didn't play for them. He was just drafted by them, and then they switched over like a week later. But let's go ahead and give him a 3-year deal for 13 mil. I would love to bring him back for the storyline and just because we need a fucking starting point guard. Our guard's terrible right now. Oh man, Kevin Love not looking good right now. It's funny because a lot of the same players I saw in the expansion draft are literally right here the next year. Like Luke Kennard is here. Lonzo Ball is healthy and he's getting an offer from the Rockets. That's actually kind of interesting. What if I brought Lonzo Ball here? Could be good. Could be fun. I don't know. We'll go ahead and shoot him an offer. We'll give him 12 mil over 2. It's better than what the Rockets are offering. Let's go ahead and simulate, see if we signed everybody, and we did. Simone Fontecchio, Russ, and Lonzo Ball are here. So what does the team look like right now? We really need some sort of presence as far as big men are concerned. We're looking at either starting DFS, Simone Fontecchio, or Kevon Looney again, which I cannot have. Goga Batazzi, Precious Achua, Isaiah Hartenstein. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Someone like that, overpay for him. Slap a team option on there. He signs. That's perfect. As Reggie Jackson gets released from the Venom, I would love to see what that team's looking like. First, let's address our team as a whole. We'll upgrade the players that have room to upgrade. I like the way this team is looking so far. It feels like we have a lot of defensive grit, you know, in our backcourt. And we got a lot of flexibility as far as switching, switches. I feel like a lot of players on our team can guard different positions besides their own. Lonzo Ball will probably be our backup point guard, and Russ will be starting. He didn't put up a lot of points last year, but he wasn't really playing on a team that gave him the option to. So I think he has a little bit left in him. I know he's not going to have that same bounce as he did before, but I like the team overall. Let's go ahead and adjust the minutes, and we'll see what it's going to look like for year 2. And unfortunately, after looking at the team, I'm going to have to release David Roddy, and I'm going to release Trey Jones. We got too many guards, at least at the 1 spot. So let's go ahead and adjust the minutes now. All right, I got the minutes set for year 2. Majority of them going to the starters. Russ at the 1, Caruso at the 2, Justin Edwards, the rookie, at the 3, DFS somehow still starting in 2025 at the 4, and iHeart at the 5, with Tim Hardaway being our 6th man, Kevon Looney, Lonzo Ball getting his career restoration in Seattle with Fontecchio and Caravan in the 9 and 10 spot respectively. So hopefully this team, as far as projections, I would assume it's not going to be good at all, but I think maybe there's a chance we make the play-in. That's might be wishful thinking, but that's what I'm hoping for at least. I'm thinking that we could potentially win 33 games. Holy shit, it's even worse than last year. What the hell happened? How did we not get Rookie of the Year? What the DPOY 2-time is Joel Embiid. MVP goes to Shea after he won the finals last year. The points per game went to Tyrese Maxey with 35 points per game. That's crazy. How did we... It fucked our minutes, didn't it? Why? Why did it do that? I had it set up perfectly. I was really looking forward to it. We got Lonzo Ball starting at the 1. He got fucking Russell Westbrook starting at the 2. It was Dorian Finney-Smith's injury that caused this to happen. Now we've got a whole can of worms all messed up. You messed up Justin Edwards' rookie year, you fucking bastards. We were by far the worst team. It wasn't even close. You know, we had literally less than half of the next amount. And Las Vegas apparently is putting out a much better team than us. Nick Claxton signed with them. They have Isaiah Collier sitting on the bench. Marcus Smart, Steven Adams. They got a little gritty defensive mindset as well. The number 1 teams are OKC and Philadelphia respectively, with Indiana, Boston, Dallas, and Minnesota in the top. I mean, it's no surprise we didn't make the playoffs with the team that they put out there, but Dallas wins the finals. Luka is your MVP, and they swept the Magic. Okay, well, that's great. I guess we'll bump the salary cap up to 160. This was supposed to be Russ's year. I didn't even look at the stats from last year just because I was frustrated. As Alonzo Ball's option is expiring. Andrew Nembhard, I'm declining it. So last year, Lonzo was 13 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Russell Westbrook is bald now. He was 16 points, a steal and a half per game, 4.5 assists, 6.5 rebounds. DFS, 16 points somehow. Simone Fontecchio, 11 points per game. iHeart, 13 and 11.5 rebounds. Alex Caruso did not get in the starting lineup. Neither did Tim Hardaway Jr. This is the year, if anything, where we can actually make a big splash. We have the number 1 overall projected pick. Already shit is fucked up because Sacramento is about to make a ridiculous jump. Just don't show me Seattle, for the love of God. Don't show me Seattle. God damn it. For the 2nd year, we dropped from... Wait, we have the... What? No, it's all glitched out. It's got Las Vegas's thing as our picture. That's not... Now Las Vegas's picture is literally ours entirely. What is going on here? Jake Tremblay is the number 1 overall pick. Shannon Oliver, averaging 12 points and 7 rebounds per game. We could definitely use a 4. He'd be a good 4 for us. In fact, we're not even going to question it. We're just going to take him. And at pick 33, it's going to be somebody that's got a lot of points per game. Maybe Tom Flowers out of Syracuse, who has the Spurs logo. 6'9", 6'7", Justin Patterson, Cincinnati. We're going to take him. He's got a good points per game. As far as free agents go, we've got a lot of expiring contracts. Alex Caruso wants a lot of money. A 2-year deal worth 20 mil. Sam Morrell, Andrew Nembhard. So Sam Morrell can leave. Andrew Nembhard can can also leave because I declined his option for a reason. Let's look at the top free agents right now. We got Jason Tatum, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Franz Wagner, Cade Cunningham, Julius Randle not getting an offer from his team. So looking at this team right now, the way it's shaping up, it's not good. It's not looking good at all. I'm not set on Caruso or Fontecchio starting. I'm fine with Ihart, honestly. We could definitely use a power forward. And Evan Mobley being here, maybe the Cavs say, hey, as much as we want to bring him back, maybe he doesn't want to be here because Jared Allen's still here, I would assume. What's he looking for? 30 mil? Yeah, I'd much rather offer on Evan Mobley. Hope he comes to our team. I think I'm going to go ahead and simulate just the first day of free agency. Hope to God we got him. Thank God. Alex Caruso comes back, and Evan Mobley's here. So now if we look at the roster, we need a good starting two, and I really don't want to have to start Alex Caruso. It's kind of just, he just happens to be there, A lot of players I've already let go are not getting contracts back. I think Malcolm Brogdon is going to be the pickup for us. He's a vet, 2-year, 20 mil with a team option. Let's go ahead and simulate to the rest of free agency. Did we get him? We got Malcolm Brogdon, 12 mil. We don't have enough to bring him back. He wants 26 mil. All right, buddy, you can kick rocks. He's gone. Can we bring in any sort of center that wants something like... The only person that's going to accept that low of a contract is a young player, maybe Mo Wagner. I'm giving him a 4-year, $12 million. Odds of him signing it are low. He accepts it. He got absolutely lowballed. If you try to bring him in the actual offseason, it's a lot more likely you can get a lowball player. But if it's the start of a season and you have to, lock it in and it either says accepted or declined, you're going to have to overpay for those players. So that's good that we managed to sneak in there. I am more confident in this lineup than I was in the last year's. Look at it from top to bottom. We got Russell Westbrook, Malcolm Brogdon, Justin Edwards, Evan Mobley, and Ihart. Now, Evan Mobley's playing a shit ton of minutes. We're doing the Tom Thibodeau approach. He's going to be playing about 38 minutes a night, but we brought him in, big contract, young player, probably the most talented player that this revamped Seattle team has ever seen. We're going to go ahead and simulate through the, we're going to go 25 games at a time. Make sure it's not messed up. We'll simulate to the trade deadline, and maybe we can actually make a move. I don't know. This team is right now 6-18, so it's not good. But at the same time, and now we're 18-33, maybe we want to ship somebody off. Do we have anybody worth getting rid of? There is nobody that we can really ship off. There's no contracts really available because there's no cap room left in the league. We're 3 years in and everyone's just maxing out, trying to go for it all. They're going to end up adding CPU trading soon in the next update, which will honestly make a huge difference. The leagues will start to look a lot different as B-Pod wins 6th Man of the Year. Steven Adams win Most Improved with the Las Vegas Venom, and then he wins it again with the Hawks after not playing at all. As we get Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley, 1 steal a night, 3.1 blocks per night on 10 rebounds. Luka wins MVP. Now we got 2 MVPs in 3 years. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Not bad. Malcolm Brogdon, 17.5, 4 and 4. Justin Edwards, 13, 4 and no assists in his basic rookie year because he didn't fucking play last year. Evan Mobley, 23, 10 and 3. With, again, 3 blocks per game. As many assists as he did blocks, 10, 7, and 2. He did not get nearly as many minutes as he had last year, but he was rebound champ last year. I didn't even realize that. It says last year he averaged 22 minutes a game, so which would equate to like 45 minutes a night. Did it really fuck him up that bad when Simone Fontecchio or whoever got injured? I mean, we are 3 years in, and we haven't even managed to scratch the #1 overall projection for the lottery as the Grizzlies in the East are prospering. They take on the Thunder and beat them in 6. Gonna raise the salary cap to $170 here in year number 3, I guess. It's year number 4 technically, but this is our 3rd year we've actually done stuff. Bogey's gonna get his option declined. Malcolm Brogdon's gonna get it accepted. Simone Fontecchio is gonna come back as well. We fell to 5 again. It's the 3rd time in a row with the #1 best odds. Herbert Newman goes at number 4, and we are here on the board. 17 points per game for Travis Charles. We're gonna go ahead and take him. Again, I'm gonna probably make a lot of like mock-up draft classes because I'm not a huge fan of the auto-generated classes that you get. First of all, you just get a lot of players that don't look like normal players, like a lot of black dudes with like blonde hair and blonde mustaches. I don't know, dark-skinned dudes with like blue eyes, and like this guy's got a fucking blonde unibrow. Just like, I get it's like it's supposed to be fun, but like if I'm trying to make like something somewhat realistic, it doesn't really, it kind of takes you out of it. Player option was accepted from Russ. Well, that's nice. I mean, he probably will end up retiring on this team. I really would like that for the sake of continuity. I'm going to go ahead and let go of Lonzo Ball. We have 13 players on our roster. Let's look at free agency. It's a lot of good players. We got 2 MVPs here. Yeah, we have 3 MVPs in a row. Would Jalen Duren and the spacing be fucked up if we had Evan Mobley at the 4? Probably. So we're not going to do that. They're trying to bring in Chet. They're trying to bring back J-Dub. Can they bring back everybody? It looks like they can, but can they really? Trae Young? Trae Young is who I want to bring in. He's gotten very rumored lately that he might get traded. You know, whether it be the Spurs, which I'll probably end up doing a Spurs Hoopland rebuild with Trae Young. But yeah, we're gonna bring in Trae Young. Hopefully he signs with us. I mean, there's no chance. There's a chance he doesn't re-sign. He's not getting any offer from the Pacers. We don't have any cap room to bring him in anyway, even if we wanted to. We need to bring in a wing or a forward in general that can actually score the ball and be a plus on defense. I gotta make sure there's someone that can shoot, because the spacing's gonna be too fucked up if I have 2 bigs. Ooh, Rui Hachimura could be a fun pickup, honestly. Jabari Smith Jr. can really stretch the floor as well. Jeremy Grant. Oh, he's getting a giant offer. We have no cap room. Porzingis. What am I thinking? We could bring in Porzingis. I mean, we can't. We don't have enough cap room. We need to get rid of somebody. Who's it going to be? Keegan Murray's not getting a big contract offer. I think that's who it is. He can stretch the floor. He's one of the best shooters in the league. Alex Caruso is just going to straight up get released. And then we're going to have 25 mil to play with. We're going to offer him 17 mil with the player option. This could be absolutely huge for this team. We actually have some spacing. Please. Okay, we got him. Thank God. Keegan Murray, Trae Young both come back. All right, at this point, there's still a lot of like talent in the league that has not been picked up yet, which probably is when I would insert 2 more expansion teams. I don't have any geared up. I already spent a lot of time getting these 2 to work, and clearly they're not even working. So as far as I know, you know, that's where they would come in. But Justin Edwards is somebody that has a lot of room to develop because he's not very good right now. But that's fine because he's going to become very good soon enough. Keegan Murray has so many points and he has not developed all the way yet. Keegan Murray is officially a 4.5 star. We kind of got to steal with that because I didn't know he had so many points he was just sitting on. And we signed him for 13 mil. We stole him from the Kings. Okay, we haven't seen a lot of progress yet, I know. But this is what the roster is going to look like for year 3, and I think it's going to be pretty good. Trae Young, going to run him into the ground. Malcolm Brogdon at the 2, getting a decent amount of minutes. Justin Edwards at the 3, Keegan Murray at the 4, and Evan Mobley at the 5. So as far as spacing is concerned, Trae Young is a plus shooter, obviously. The spacing is great. Malcolm Brogdon, one of the best shooters in the league, honestly. Justin Edwards, developing very well. Keegan Murray. I mean, we have 4 out of 5 great shooters. Evan Mobley should be able to thrive, even though we have both decent backup centers as far as Mo Wagner and Ihart. I'm going to take one away, and I'm going to give Evan Mobley another one. He won DPOY last year on the worst team in the league. To be able to do that is something special. Trae Young and Evan Mobley can connect. All of our guards in the middle, all of our wings. This looks pretty good. We got Russ still getting some minutes off the bench. He's a fan favorite at this point. The 5th overall pick, Travis Charles getting 6 minutes, and Alex Caravan getting a couple minutes as well. This is by far the most confident I have been in a team thus far. We're going to simulate to the 42, 43 game mark. And basically halfway through the season. I'm going to make sure the minutes aren't messed up. My projection for the team is going to hopefully be the play-in or the playoffs. Currently, halfway through the season, we are at 28 wins. Clearly, our roster isn't too messed up. Evan Mobley injured and back. Everything looks good. I'm not going to spoil any of the stats. We're just going to go ahead and simulate through the rest of it. All right, getting to the awards. Douglas Fitzgerald wins Rookie of the Year. Gary Trent Jr., 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Black wins Most Improved. Devin Booker, scoring champ with almost 40 fucking points per game. Rebound champ, Joel Embiid. Trae Young, assist leader in the NBA in 2027 with 30 points per game. 1.5 steals per game as well. There's a chance he wins MVP with those numbers. Well, actually, it looks like a lot of the league is pretty inflated at this point as Chet gets a blocking leader. Shea wins Clutch Player of the Year. GPOY, Joel Embiid. And MVP does go to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Another thing that Quality is going to be adding is the MVP race, awards race in general, so you can see how close your players were. The Las Vegas Venom were pretty relevant. Isaiah Collier, Lonnie Walker, Sadiq Bey, Christian Wood, Nick Claxton. It's not a very good-looking team overall. It's very mid. But this team took a fucking crazy jump. I mean, we spent a lot of money, to be fair. But let's look at the stats. 30 points, 4 rebounds, 13.5, almost 14 assists per game for Trae Young. On how many minutes? He had a 53 bomb at one point in the season. He was playing a total of about 20 minutes a night. So Malcolm Brogdon, 17, 5, and 4. Justin Edwards, again, 13 points somehow on the same amount of minutes, basically, even though we improved his shooting quite a bit. Keegan Murray, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Very impressive stuff. And then Evan Mobley, 20, 10, and 3. with 2.5 blocks and a steal per game. Russ had 7 points off the bench, and we are going to be taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas. So in 4 years, that team has not changed a bit. We had 126 points per game as well. That's got to be top in the league, right? It's got to be close. It's looking like from a quick scan, it's at least top 5, if not higher. And Detroit was number 2. I didn't even realize. Cade Cunningham, Benedict Mathurin, Asar Thompson, Gigi Jackson, and Jalen Duren. Wow. Players that have all reached their potential. That team is nasty. And then obviously a team that you would expect to be gross in 4 years is OKC. Who has really fallen off? Denver's at 11. The Clippers are trotting out Anthony Black, Paul George, Terrence Mann. Kawhi is still playing in his year 35. The Lakers have definitely fallen off without LeBron. They have Jalen Johnson starting at the 3. Cason Wallace at the 2. It's not bad. Golden State is the worst team. That makes sense. Klay Thompson looks like that. When Kobe Buffkin is your starting point guard, I mean, that is going to happen. Draymond Green is still also getting down somehow. He's 36 years old. B-Pods is not the starting guard. Make it make sense. Let's go ahead and get into the playoffs here as we beat New Orleans in game 1. It would be disingenuous to upgrade Justin Edwards right now. I feel like he's the player I'm actually going to upgrade. I just feel like he's been a little bit screwed over in this simulation so far, so I want to do him right. Going to get into game number 2 and look at the jerseys here as well. We got the retro jerseys from back when they were actually in Seattle the first time. Let's go ahead and simulate game number 2, and it is another win with 30 points and 21 assists for Trae Young. Into New Orleans now for game 3, and we lose to New Orleans by 4 points. Trae Young with 18 assists. And Keegan Murray takes a 4-game injury. I don't really know if I need to adjust any of the lineup minutes as a whole. Definitely Travis Charles's minutes, and we're just going to go ahead and distribute those amongst the boys. So we're going down to a 10-man rotation here for the rest of the playoffs. Game number 4 is a juicy win by 28 points on the hands of Evan Mobley's 30-11 with 5 blocks and 5 assists. Game number 5, can we close it out here? And we do not. Now Keegan Murray is still injured. It's a 5+ games now. I don't really feel like putting him out of the starting lineup. Let's get this over with. We close it out. 8-point win in game number 6. Trae Young with 16 assists. I love having him as a starting point guard. Oh my God, he's just changing the game for us. We went from worst to worst to worst to first. Well, I guess not first, but 2nd seed overall. And Evan Mobley, DPOY, is our best player. Luka is theirs. Let's look at the roster. It's Luka, it's Kyrie, it's Sam Hauser, PJ Washington, and Derek Lively. So PJ stuck around. I saw that Daniel Gafford signed with the Knicks. Keegan Murray still injured for 2 games. Let's go ahead and get over game number 1. We lose by 15 points. Let's go ahead and get game number 2 in. We managed to tie the series back up. It's going into Dallas now for game 3. It is a dominant win. 42 points from Malcolm Brogdon, 49 for Luka. Keegan Murray injured again. Oh my God. Look at the messages. Keegan Murray, back forth. Keegan Murray again. Let's go ahead and get into game number 5. It's a 2-2 series. We're back in Seattle. We're going to rock the ugly little yellow jerseys, and it is a bad luck. We lose by 1. Trae Young puts up 40. Luka with a 30-point triple-double. Keegan Murray as made of glass. We're going to live sim it here. Not looking good. We're hitting our threes. They are not. They're 3 for 12. We're 7 for 22. And we are still somehow down by 7. We're down by... Okay, please, make a comeback. Down by 6. I'm going to hop into it. I'm just going to hop into it. We're just going to play. We're on all-star difficulty as high as it goes. Going to get to the inside, maybe get a foul. No, okay. It's a 3-point game. Trae Young's got 30. Go down low, dunk it. Let's go, Keegan Murray. 21 points. It's a 1-point game. We're both in the bonus. Not going to foul. Just need to not let up a 3. Wait, is it blocked? Oh my God, we did foul. Okay. He's a good shooter. There's a chance he makes them both. I said that on purpose. I fucking got you. This is an elimination game for us. We have to win this game. He misses the second one, and I had a feeling that might happen, so I was really going to try to box out. And of course, oh my God. Keegan Murray, shoot the 3. Make it. Oh my God, it rolled in. 17 seconds left. It's 1:11. Keegan Murray knocks it down. And what is going on right now? They backcourt violation. Ice Trae. Give me a little pick and roll. I don't want any time left on the clock. I'm going to jump on in. Put the shot up. Floater in. It's in. 3 seconds left. They're calling the timeout. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Luka, please don't do it to me. It's off. Game 6 is a win. We managed to sneak away with it. Trae Young, 32, 3, 7 with 3 steals. We're going to have a game 7, and it's going to be in Seattle. 12. Come on. Okay. It's not looking good. We're just going to go ahead and hop into it. Maybe we'll see if there's a chance we can manage to fight back. Trae Young looking good in the green. Top step, puts the floater up, it's in. Got a 10-point game here with 1:20 left. Luka pulls up the 3. He's got it. Okay. Justin Edwards, I haven't get to play with him yet. Let's go ahead and get him inside. He gets the floater up. It's off, but he goes to the line. We have to get a stop and then the 3-pointer, though. He's only got 12 points, Justin Edwards. Not great so far for us. Maybe we can get... he's got 46 points. I mean, maybe we can get a 3 for Trey. Give me a quick pick and roll. Pull up from 3. I might have missed it. It's off. Okay. Game's over. Game 7 in our home court is unfortunately a loss. Not even close. Luka almost dropped 50. Trae Young tried, but honestly, that playoff series was... it was a culmination of Keegan Murray having a shit ton of injuries and us not being able to get off to a hot lead as the Knicks lose to the Thunder in 5. Again, if I do another expansion rebuild, 1, I'm going to hope that the logos don't glitch out. It's not really my fault. I don't know. Sometimes the game does that. I don't really know. And 2, I'll probably add 2 more teams moving forward. They probably, will actually have cool logos and whatnot. Suppose I actually could probably add 2 more teams. They're not going to look very cool. Why don't we? Why don't we go ahead and do that? All right, guys. I literally just spent way too much time editing 2 expansion teams just for the sake of doing it. I added the Paris Reign, put them in the Southwest Division because I just decided to. I spent a little bit of time making these courts. They're nothing too crazy. I'm just pretending this is just like a Euro expansion, I guess, because I added the Munich Flight. Now, before, they were known as the Munich Warbirds, maybe. And in my opinion, if you're Germany, stay away from the war aspect. I can't believe that was even the recommended name for them. I'm not going to change any other stuff. Maybe we'll add 11 teams per conference. I don't know what that'll change, and the salary cap is at 175. So now we're going to have a little bit of an extra layer to this because we're going to have to protect some players. So we've never been on this side and the receiving end of it. So we get to protect how many players? I think it's 8 in real life. Okay, I protected everybody I was allowed to. Well, obviously, Justin Edwards in his 4th year is coming back. iHeart, I guess we'll bring back. And Caravan is also coming back. You sure want to continue? Yes. So the Paris Reign are on the clock, and they take Bruno Fernando, number 1. Isaiah Mobley goes number 2. We lose our 5th overall pick, Travis Charles. Why is this the team? I guess they're drafting out of players that we already have on rosters, and then they're not going to fill their team out with free agents until after the fact. So there's going to be a terrible, terrible teams right now. We're clearly not going to be anywhere relevant. And also, I changed the logo for the Las Vegas Venom. Changed it myself, which is something I realized I probably could have done earlier. Anyway, now we have 36 teams, or 34 teams, in the league. Look at this Munich Flight team. That is quite repulsive. Barry Bush at the starting guard position. I think I got the East and West right overall. So now we're going to the draft. The Hawks are on the board. They take Russell McGee, number 1 overall. We have 46 mil in cap room. We have a ton of free agents. Victor Wembanyama is here. Anthony Davis, Domantas Sabonis, Tyrese Maxey, who led the league in points 1 year. Looks like a lot of the players that are free agents are coming back to their original teams. The first player scrolling through that isn't getting an offer, although Onyeka Okongwu is getting a ton of offers. Oh my God, literally from everybody. That's crazy. If I have to keep scrolling through, the first player is Bruce Brown, who's not getting an offer from his team. Alex Sarr's not getting an offer. I'm going to offer him a contract. What the hell? Why not? Let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and advance in free agency. And we got them both, Alex Sarr and Malcolm Brogdon, on the team. I mean, we are in year 5 at this point, and Russell Westbrook's still projected to start, even though I got to release him because he's retired. So it looks like all we need to do is bring in 1 forward that isn't completely terrible, and then this team honestly looks really good to make a push in the playoffs. We're gonna make an offer on Bilal Coulibaly, someone that's flexible, that can guard a lot of positions. We'll offer 12 mil, 3 years with a team option. Maybe we bring in another wing. We'll bring in Julian Strawther. Why not? I'm kind of biased as a Nuggets fan. 4 year with the player option. What the hell? Why not? So this is the lineup I have set for season number 5. Trae Young getting, again, a bulk of the minutes. Justin Edwards finally playing at the 2 guard, which is where I've been wanting him the entire time. And with Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. Keegan Murray at the 3. Alex Sarr, who we were able to poach in free agency, at the 4. They tried to bring back Wemby. The Spurs did, and they just didn't have room for him, I guess. Evan Mobley at the 5. So we still have a very plus amount of spacing overall. Alex Sarr hopefully has developed into a decent shooter. Malcolm Brogdon as our 6th man. Coulibaly as a nice, flexible defensive player off the bench. Strawther, good shooting off the bench. And then we have 2 decent big men as backups. And hopefully this team, which is a #1 overall offense, #2 defense, #1 overall, if you want to take a team that you already have a link for, you know, let's say you made a SuperSonics team like I did, you have to put that in ahead of time into a league and then play. If you want to import teams in expansion during the season, you have to create those teams individually. So it's kind of frustrating. Somehow we finished 48-39. Terry Thornton wins Rookie of the Year. Keontae George, 6th Man of the Year. Grady Dick, Most Improved, who wasn't even on a roster last year. As a lot of you know, faces that you would expect to see. Jaren Jackson Jr. winning DPOY 5 or 6 years after winning his last one. As I didn't look at the roster in the minutes, that's kind of why I was supposed to simulate halfway through, and I can already see it's all fucked up again. Oh god, this is why we didn't play well. What the hell happened? Trae Young, 26 points per game, 4 rebounds, 11 assists. Yeah, something happened that was not good. We finished 17th overall in the league. Luis Adkins played a lot. That's literally me. I played point guard, and that's why we fucking finished 17th overall. All right, let's look at the team overall. Trae Young, what did he do? He broke his hand. He missed 36 games. It says he started 63 games, so this happened relatively recently. Malcolm Brogdon played and started majority of the season. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Justin Edwards did not get a lot of starting time. He only averaged 10 minutes per game. Again, he's getting screwed. He has 10 points, 3 rebounds, and a half an assist. Keegan Murray, 22 points per game. Alex Sarr, 12 points per game in a starting role. Evan Mobley, 16, 10, and 2.5 blocks per game. So let's go ahead and see, as we had 29 notifications for injury, 72 and 15, and then 72 and 17. How is that possible? Okay, I guess I messed up. Okay, there's a lot of things that are happening right now. First of all, why didn't the Paris Reign release all these shitters and sign a bunch of players in free agency? I have no idea, but they both went 1-86. I don't know what I did wrong, but I should be okay. I'm not sure exactly. Some teams played less games than others. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're in the playoffs, and that's all that really matters. We have expanded the play-in so far that the 6 seeds and the 7 seeds are having to fight against the 11 seeds. Okay, let's make sure that this is correct, because if we lose in the first round, I'm going to be devastated. I'm going to upgrade Justin Edwards again because I feel very disrespected and very screwed over here. You know, I'm learning a lot in this expansion rebuild. That's definitely for sure. We're really, you know, figuring out a lot of issues in this game overall. The game's not, you know, clear of flaws by any means. I do love it. It's very fun, and I put a lot of time into the rosters I've been editing. We're going to live sim the play-in game. This is what I've got. I got the starters getting basically all the minutes. Trae Young clearly not playing. If we lose to the 11 seeds, the Spurs, I will be devastated. I'm hoping to God we can just persevere. If I have to hop in this game, I will. I will not be hesitated to whatsoever. I stopped it too late. Please, hit that. No. Oh my god, we fucking lost in the play-in! Trae Young's injuries are our demise, and Munich and Paris need to figure their shit out because their teams are pathetic. To the regular season we go. If we look at the free agents, there's a lot of players that can be picked up for these two respective teams. The Munich Flight, their team filled out a little bit better. They have our 5th overall pick. Las Vegas Venom looking decent. Isaiah Collier, Sadiq Bey, Christian Wood still on that team. Don't know how he has managed to stick around on a roster that long. Paris Reign are trotting out Barry Bush, Evan Fournier, Roy Weaver, Azan Alamansa from the G League Ignite, and Bol Bol. I wish I could intervene and take over and just release all their players and have them try again. But I'm not in commissioner mode, so again, they're going to have to suffer. Let's edit this roster. This is my final year. 5 years, I guess 6 years technically. This is it for me. So why is Justin Edwards never projected to start? To ensure that there is no more mess ups as far as injuries and the lineup getting all messed up, I am going to, again, show you the roster. Here is the lineup we're rocking with for year 6. Malcolm Brogdon gonna be our 6th man. I'm going to go damn near game by game, probably chunks of 10, and just make sure that everything is askew, and I'll just show you guys at the end of the season what we're looking like. End of the season, Michael Graham, 2 points, 3 rebounds, is Rookie of the Year. What a beast. Ochai Agbaji, 6th Man of the Year. Bol Bol, Most Improved on the Paris Reign. Devin Booker, scoring champ. Joel Embiid, rebounds. Assists. Is Trae Young a final fully healthy season from him? And as Barry Bush led the league in assists last year, how is that even possible for the terrible Reign team? Okay. Shea leads the league in blocks or in steals for the 6th time. Halliburton, clutch player of the year. Asar Thompson, DPOY, and MVP goes to Halliburton. So all point guards for MVP. Detroit is the #1 team to beat, as they went 68-21 with the same team that they've been dominating with. Jaden Ivey, 6-man off the bench. And let's go ahead and look at the team and the stats. So Trae Young, 26, 3, and 13. Justin Edwards finally taking a large step up in a full, healthy starting season. 18, 5, and an assist and a half. Keegan Murray, 26 and 4. Alex Sarr, 14, 7, and 2.5. How much blocking did he have? How many blocks per game? On 17 minutes, he had a block and a third. And Evan Mobley had 2.6 blocks per game on 18 minutes. And then Malcolm Brogdon, 10 points as our 6th man. Julian Strawther played well. Who are we taking on? We're taking on the Spurs, of course we are, with Alexander Sarr in his revenge tour, the team that knocked us out as the 11th seed. We are 5 points better than. They are starting Bones Highland, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama. No Depoy, but 3 block leaders, and he won Rookie of the Year. He's right now averaging 24, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 2.5 blocks per night. So pretty solid overall, but they're literally starting Bones Highland, who is not great. Keldon Johnson averaging 24 points per game is pretty crazy. All right, game number 1. We win by 1 point, way too close for comfort. Gonna be in Seattle, and we lose 151-130. Wemby puts up 33, 7, 4, and 4. I gotta activate the secret weapon, which is upgrading my players mid-season, because I'm not gonna probably get to play with them again. Justin Edwards, as far as shooting is concerned, is completely leveled up. His passing is still non-existent, but other than that, he's pretty good. And we've upgraded everybody. And we're also going to adjust some of the minutes, I think. We're going to take Alex Caravan's minutes away. So this is going to be the rotation. We're at a 9-man rotation for the playoffs. We are currently 1-1 through 2 games. We get a nice win in San Antonio for game 3. Please, come on, get another one. 3-1. Let's go. 131-97. Wemby, 33 points. He's just putting everything on his back. Justin Edwards had a nice playoff game. Can we close it out? Can we do it? We're going to give them the black jersey. We're going to rock the retro unis. Quick sim, and we get a gentleman's sweep. Thank God. 143-102. Never in doubt, as Trae Young drops 43. Justin Edwards had 20. And we take on the Thunder. Right now, they are 1.5 points better than us. They lead us in steals, but we lead in blocks, assists, and rebounds. All of the crucial stuff. We have a lot more assists, and that's a lot due to Trae Young. J-Dub, 25. Lou Dort still playing for them, 10. And then Onyeka Okongwu and Chet Holmgren. Very bad spacing, if you ask me. You have 3 non-shooters, and you have 2 great shooters. But what is Shea's stat line overall? So right now he's averaging 30 points. And then is his assists gone up? They have. They're at 8 assists and 4.5 rebounds. And 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time champion, 2-time MVP, 6-time steal leader, and 3-time clutch player of the year in his 10 years, which is insane. I don't know how it's going to fare. Right now, we lose game 1 in OKC. Kind of funny, too, because Seattle was OKC. As we get a game in OKC, we're going to rock the green unis at home. I don't care. I know it's not really relevant. As we get a 4-point win, Keegan Murray drops 31. Shea drops 42. We are up 2-1. This is a huge game right here. If we win this game, it might be the series. 2-2. Of course, SGA drops 45. Everyone's still healthy, though. Going back to game 5 in OKC. And they knock us off. It is going to be a game 6. It's a must-win game for us. OKC, we're in Seattle. Let's live sim. And I'm going to make sure I don't take too long to hop in if need be, because I'm going to intervene. I promise I will. I will affect everything I possibly can to win this series. It's going to be a dominant win, 142-96 on the back of Trae Young's 47, Edwards 26, Keegan Murray 25. What a dominant win. 13 assists. Double-double machine, Trae Young. And into Game 7, live sim. Let's get off to a hot start. That's our biggest issue we've been struggling with is, getting off to a hot start. Right now, we're up by close to 10 points. It's officially 10 points. I know it's very early, but we can keep the momentum going. Could be huge. Holy fucking shit. What is happening? What is happening? 15 points. I'm going to play a lot of the fourth quarter. Evan Mobley, back him down. Put it up. It's off. He got the rebound. It's underneath. What's going on? Oh my God, Josh Giddey has the fucking ball. Oh my God, we stole it. Let's go. Evan Mobley. He's not done yet. Trae Young from 3. He got fouled. Please make it. Okay, that's fine. It's a 15-point game. We gotta get action here. We gotta make sure we put up some nice shots. Cut the lead down to 12. Okay. How are you gonna call a foul, bro? I mean, where's the? Can I throw a challenge flag? Can I do something? Thank God. Now this isn't maybe to play at the last 5 minutes of the game. Maybe just to give our team a little boost. You know, get us a little bit closer to the game. Oh my God, they got the rebound. What the fuck is the point? Justin Edwards, maybe a bucket. Kick it out. Who is shooting that 3? It's Bilal Coulibaly. We're fucked. Oh my God, he hit it. They kick it out. Is that Cason Wallace? He fucking hit. It's. Who is that? They kick it out to Josh Giddey. Get the pick and roll at the top. Not this guy again. Oh my God, they sat Trae Young down. Get that shit out of here. Please get the ball. We got to make our substitutions. Keegan Murray's fine. Alex Sarr's coming in. No, I did not put Julian Strawther in. I did not do that. Fast pace. Julian Strawther. Again, why are you in? I couldn't tell you. Trae Young. He sat him down. He's pulling up for 3. Please make that. It's in. Trae Young. 20 points. 3 for 4 from downtown. Oh my God, it's blocked. Julian Strawther with a rebound. Kick it up the court. Evan Mobley. Spin move. Dunk it. Yam on him. Trae Young in transition. The spin move. The spin move back. Please. It's off. We missed the rebound. Alex Sarr, you're 7 feet fucking tall. What are those gangly arms for if not to get the ball? Please go in. Oh my God, it's off. Okay, great. Is that going to be the game? I don't know if it can be the game yet. That might be it. Now we're back to a 13-point lead for them. Keegan Murray. Inside out, Chet Holmgren playing defense. It's off. That was such a perfect release, too. Maybe we're better off without me. He missed the oop. Okay. If we're going to have a chance, it's going to be right here. I'm telling you. Justin Edwards, get inside. Put the floater up. It's in. Shoot the 3. Make it in, please. It's off. Get the rebound. Kick it out. Please make that. Oh, my God. Okay, we're not out of it, but we're right there. We're basically... I'm all over that. No. No, the fucking floater. Get off the rim. Trae Young from deep. Cash it. Cash it. Come on. Save the ball. This game's over. Weren't even able to make it to the Western Conference Finals in any year so far. Pistons win it. Benedict Mathurin is your Finals MVP over the Thunder in Game 7. It's going to simulate to the end of free agency. There's nobody. I just want to run it back. That's all I want to do. And it's the same shit you've seen before. 66 and 21. Isaiah's Joe, 6-man, most improved. Jaden Ivey on the Mavs after winning a championship. Trae Young leads the league in assists. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in Asar Thompson and 3-time MVP in SGA. Detroit 76 and 13 with this nasty lineup. This team's pretty deep. They're like 9 deep. They have Kelly Ware out of Indiana. And then there's us. So there's a significant tier gap. We are actually, I would argue that looking at the point differential, we might be in that top cluster. 3-0. Let's go. Let's just keep it moving. Let's get a gentleman's sweep. Let's just sweep them pure and clean. 4-0. No? No? Okay. Let's gentleman sweep them. What I said the first time. How about that? No, don't do that. Let's get this over with. Thank you. In 6, as a little too close for comfort. Now we take on the Mavericks. What's that team looking like? It's Jaden Ivey at the 2. It's Miles Bridges at the 3. Cody Williams at the 4, averaging 5 points per game. And Luka obviously at the 1 with Derek Lively at the 5. Is that Cody Williams? I assume it is. How is he averaging 5 points per game? He was drafted by Washington. Now he's made his way over to Dallas. And he is literally averaging 6 minutes a game. We're the better team. We win game 1. Trae Young and Justin Edwards, the backcourt dominating. I don't want to have to stop. Let's go. Come on, please. I'm begging you. What do I have to do? Do I have to make adjustments? God forbid a coach has to make adjustments. Game number 4. Please, this has to be a win. It's a fucking loss. It's a 3-1 series. Don't do it to me. I'm going to quick sim this because I know we're going to win this one. Oh my God. OKC wins another one. All right. It's just going to be impossible to beat them. The Pistons losing 5. I was debating whether I even wanted to go another season, and clearly it wouldn't have made a difference either way. I'm trying my best, but it's just going to be for naught. This team composition just isn't going to do it. You can see the final team here overall. It's going to be Trae Young, Justin Edwards, Keegan Murray, Alex Sarr, Evan Mobley. I mean, this team is absolutely stacked. We looked at a lot of other teams And as far as 5-star, 4.5, 4-star, I mean, we're right there. 2 maxed out 5 stars, 3 4.5 stars. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully we can have success in the next rebuild. Appreciate you guys so much. Hopefully you stuck around for the whole thing. Subscribe. Don't forget to like the video if you're here at this point. I mean, this video is going to be a long one. And join the Discord in the description. Rosters will be down there as well. You're going to get to talk to me and a bunch of other people about basketball, football, all the other things. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.